I have always loved films and TV shows, but I mean, especially movies. I remember, watching movies like Indiana Jones and Star Wars and Jaws and anything that was basically made by Spielberg back in the day. Like those have always, if movies have always been one of my favorite pastimes. I think for me, I was always passionate about it. I just don't think I realized till really college and being at Barry that, oh, this is actually something I could do for a living. When I graduated from Barry, I got a job working at a studio in Atlanta called Triple Horse Studios. I actually hated it and left for about 2 years from the industry and tried to start a nonprofit and get into kind of the more nonprofit sector because that was another interest and passion of mine coming out of Barry, the whole minister onto. I realized that I really wasn't cut out for nonprofit work just because of the necessity of being able to be good at asking for money, and I'm horrible at asking people for money. So I ended up kind of doing more film stuff just as a way to pay my bills as I was trying to do the nonprofit stuff. And I realized after a while that I was like, man, I'm actually have a career doing this. I just need to do it more fully and more purposefully. So that really is kind of then when I kind of got re-entered back into the industry and slowly grew my own company, Brand Red, to what it is today. Currently, I am the owner and creative director at Brand Red Studios, and my job consists of working with the clients to help them develop and figure out exactly what they want to make and shoot and produce for their company to market their new products or new services or events. And then once we kind of in pre-production figure out what exactly it is we're making, then I work with my team to produce it and edit it and package it and hand it off to the client. When I graduated, I realized there was a lot of stuff that I didn't know that I wish I had known, and not to the discredit of anybody at Barry that taught me or the Barry experience, but there was just a lot of stuff in the film industry that unless you've worked in the film industry, you don't realize that there's just some essential basic know-how things that you should know how to do and be ready and prepared to do. As I've gotten a little older and the college years are farther and farther away from me, I realized that there was a great opportunity to kind of share what I've learned and try to help the next generation of filmmakers maybe not struggle through those first couple years when they graduate. I was just kind of interested in sharing that and helping students through that transition and helping them better understand and learn the things they need to in college so that way they're better prepared and equipped for when they graduate. The part of my job that I enjoy the most is definitely production. The days of when you're out actually shooting and filming, I really enjoy working with the film team, the film crew. I think that's probably like the highlight of my job, and definitely when I get a chance to direct and more hands-on directing and get to really work with the crew and collaborate with them. You know, when you have a good group of people around you and you're all working together to make something good, that's just a really, really rewarding experience. Like if you can be a nice, enjoyable person on set and with the people you're around, I think that's probably my biggest piece of advice. I mean, that goes across the board for everybody in every field, but especially in the film industry. All right, folks, that's a wrap. Congratulations. Day 2 is complete.